I guess in general summary, I'd tell my freshman self, like, ponte las pilas, which is saying that, like, get to work and do it right, because a lot of people don't realize how important it is to try and get like a good GPA first and second year in order to be able to, just shoot your shot at so many opportunities that come as an upperclassman. So honestly, if I could go back, I'd tell myself, focus. Is a time to grind down, build up your knowledge on the basics so you can later be successful.
Hello, my piece of advice would be to not make college harder than it has to be. I made that mistake of not getting to know people in my major and to kind of isolate myself towards certain people. But yeah, don't try to make yourself fit where you don't. So there's a lot of people here. Finding your place is very important. And also, don't do it alone. I went through my first 2 years completely alone through the hardest classes, and that made me feel very inferior, like I was less than my peers, and like to the point of dropping out. So yeah, find people in your major. If you're struggling at first, don't worry, because nobody likes their first 2 years, honestly. And yeah, I wish you all the good luck.
So I guess my words of advice, because mine ring short, just my personal experience here would be to just not give up. This is super hard. Like, I remember my sophomore year, I'd already had a bad freshman year, and I was super close to transferring out of engineering. I was on the phone with my mom, I was crying, it was bad. But I realized this is what I want to do, and I stuck through it. I mean, did another year, but it doesn't matter, because all that matters is I got it done. And one thing that I always said to myself is something my dad told me, and it kind of aligns with EOE's motto. My dad always told me, look, if it was easy, anybody could do it. And I always thought, yeah, it's true, because admissions, they know what they're doing. Like, when they accept you into engineering, it's like they know you can do it. And that ties in with the motto for EOE, which is you belong here. Like, I always tell myself, look, admissions accepted you, you belong here, you can do this. It's going to be hard, it's not going to be easy, you're going to struggle a lot, you're going to cry a lot, it's going to be probably the hardest thing you'll do in your life, but just don't give up, and you'll eventually walk down that stage, even if it's virtual. But yeah, that's my words of advice, don't give up.
So one of my recommendations is just you have to, some stuff won't come to you, so you have to go reach out for it and actually make yourself known. So you have to really advocate for yourself. So when I did that, Whip told me about the research program GLUE, so then I did GLUE that coming semester. And then with study abroad, I got to meet some of the advisors, and they told me about the Gilman Scholarship and everything, and I got to study abroad the next summer. So it really helped me build up everything I needed to be able to do all the stuff I really wanted to do while I was an engineer.
Really have some quick things, you know. My first thing that I've learned throughout like these 4 years of college is take a break for yourself and make sure that it's like a slow break. For me, it felt like the first 3 years of college, I was just going at it, like trying to graduate as soon as possible, taking as many of my classes, and I really noticed it because all my roommates for those 3 years always said the same thing, that I was never home on any day of the week, that they would never see me, they would just see me sleeping, and that was about it. And you know, it really was that way, because even on Friday nights, Saturday nights, Sundays, I was always studying. You know, I really didn't give myself breaks unless it was like and the breaks I did give myself really did feel guilty. So even though I would like go out to all the parties and whatnot, I always felt guilty for going to them, and that I was like pulling away from like all the studying and stuff. But looking back at it, I really do think that it was helpful in taking more breaks, because